All right. Hi, everyone. So today I'll quickly just show you how to use the app created for table data extraction with uncertainty quantification paper. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is to come to the GitHub repository and um, clone, right? Just clone this repository. So once you clone it, I think the next thing is to make sure you, inside the project, so inside the cloned repository, create a directory called table extraction and UQ. So I'll demonstrate that on the command line. So once you do that, right, notice that I'm currently in that directory. If you're on Windows, part of the files that you have inside the cloned repository is run app. So make sure you move all of those files, like I stated here, right? Move all of the files inside the clone repository into this created directory. So you are going to see all of these files there. Make sure you move it into this particular directory as I have done here. So inside it, if you just want to use the user interface, let's say you want to use the user interface to extract your data with uncertainty quantification associated with it, just run this run app. If you're on Windows, do run the run app, run app.bat. If you're on Linux, we have the equivalent one of it, which is the run app .sh, which is a shell script, right? So you will see equivalent if you're on Mac or Linux. Just look for the shell equivalent script of the Windows one. Okay, so I'll just run this. So you can see what it's going to do is going to make sure it start up the Docker container for the project. You can see now it's being created, it's been started, and then it's going to give you you can see we have where we should go to, like the local host. So just go to this on your computer. So I will just I'll come to localhost. So this now you can see is running, and once it's loaded, you can start to use it. It can take some few minutes at the very beginning because it's going to want to download the model, right? The model working under the hood, which is the table structure recognition model and the OCR model. So you can once those are loaded, now you see, just let me show you. You can see now we have it. So what we're going to do is trying to load the modules, right? So once those modules are loaded, uh, as you can see that it's trying to download the Pado OCR, which is the OCR model we use. So this can take maybe a couple of minutes, or maybe most likely maybe within a minute, this will be downloaded, and this is only done once. All right, so but every time you stop the container and you restart it, this is what will be done, but it will only happen once. So once that is done, you can what you need to do, right? So we use an alpha value of 0.1, which is what is used to obtain the uncertainty quantification. This is the threshold that tells you that we use to determine how the framework is going to flag cells that is not certain about. You can increase the threshold. For instance, let's say I move it to 0.08. So that means any uncertainty value above this threshold for a particular cell will be flagged as error. So all I need to do is to upload a table image. So let's assume that I want to try to extract this particular table. Let's say I want to extract the data in this table. So now you can see it's going to quickly give you some information here. Let me click on extract data. It's give you the file name, the size of the image, how many samples you are using in the calibration data that we use to obtain the threshold. So it gives you the score range, the alpha value, the threshold. You can see. So the data has been extracted. There are 42 tables there. Now, because of the threshold I picked, it was not able to flag any cells. If you reduce the threshold, more cells will be flagged. So the higher the threshold, the lesser the number of cells that will be flagged by the UQ method, our uncertainty quantification method. You can see the uncertainty quantification value was 0.016, the average uncertainty, but we have 0.08, so that makes it to be. So for instance, let me refresh and try probably a different value. So let me upload the same image, let's say the same image, but this time I'm going to leave it at this threshold of 0.03, and then you see, so it's possible that you may flag some cells as being incorrect. So, all right, so you see that, so the same image, nothing except that I'm reducing the number of, so you can see, so because the level, you can see the uncertainty value is 0.03, now 10 cells were flagged for human review. So the cells that were flagged, you can see that's the one painted red. So this is the text, this is the TSR, that's the structure confidence level. This is the OCR confidence, but and the uncertainty we got is 0.032 because it's more than our threshold. He said human can review that particular cell for correctness and can see the ones extracted that were corrected, that were flagged for correction. So, and you can scroll to the right, see some of them. All the ones that were not flagged, those are the ones you're seeing good. And this is the particular cell. This is the, all these ones are just confidence level, but this is actual text cells. You can see text column 2. So there are just 2 columns in the table, as you can see from this image, that there are, there are 0, 1, 2, 3 columns. And if you can look at it, there text column 0, text column 1, and text column 2. Okay. All right, and if you don't want to see the other, if you just want to see only the cells, you can click on show only, maybe clean text view only. So if I click on this, notice that I can see, you can see just the text alone, and you can see the cells that were flagged. So the cells that were flagged are in the one where you can see this is the first column, this is second, this is the third. This is how the table is, and you can download this as JSON, or you can download it as your Excel, which is the download. If you download this particular one, it's going to download it as a CSV. So download clean table filtered, that's this particular view you're seeing here, which is what will most likely look like in Excel. So that's just how it works. And if you want on how to, if you download this, for instance, let me download this and just show you. So if I go to my download folder, let's say I go to my download folder. If you open it, you can open it probably in your Visual Studio Code and look at how the cell will look. You can see cell 1, this is the text. This is the start row, the end row, the start column and end column. These are the uncertainty quantification value. Was it flagged for review? No, which means it's good. And this is the uncertainty score there. This is the column 1 of the first row and so on like that. Okay, so if you want and you can follow this GitHub page is detailed on how to set up your from beginning to the end, how to set up your repository, the files to run and all of that, whether you're on Windows or Mac. So that's just how this works. And even if you don't want to use this the user interface, you can run, it tells you which files to run and which command to use, both to run on not just a single image. Maybe you have a folder with your images. You can run this using image directory. You can also run it on single image. All right, so that is what I want to show you. Thank you.